The purpose of this session is to discuss more about coaching, the coaching side of yourself. So, in today's session, we will speak more about how to coach yourself and how to navigate yourself within your spiritual journey. Yes, we often take help from others, but there are times when only I can help myself. So it is very important for me to learn how to navigate myself so that there is an element of authenticity and I can make even more mindful decisions since nobody else knows you better than yourself and nobody else knows me better than myself. And we will be sharing some basic practices for self healing. I once again welcome retreat leader Aarya Sufiana. Welcome once again.
Namaste, everyone. Wonderful to be back here again, and thank you for inviting me.
So let us discuss about coaching to coach myself, to be my own spiritual guide rather than looking for people externally. And most of the times, what I've noticed is that many spiritual leaders, they they do end up providing help and support, but a lot of times this comes with pushing their personal agenda, and I'm not really much in favor of that because uh, this process lacks authenticity. So there needs to be inner guiding self that can be accessed through
Yes,
self
Krish, I
healing.
completely agree with you. I agree with you, and I would like to add that even if they are not operating from their agendas, I would say coaching is wonderful for everyone. If you can afford an external coach, when I lived in California, we believed that every coach needs a coach. Sorry, there is some sound, there is a lot of noise coming from outside because of elections are going on in
That's
India
fine.
right
That's
now.
fine.
So sorry about that. There is some promotional. I hope you can hear me over it though. So
See, the minute you said that, we need a coach and we need to guide ourselves, even the universe is celebrating. So let's take that noise as a celebration of the
yes,
fact that we are all alive.
wonderful. So in California, when I lived, we believe, like I heard very often, that every coach needs a coach. And every time I work with a coach myself, I see that I grow exponentially, like 10 times more, than I would have normally. But not everybody can afford a coach, and not everybody desires to work with a coach. So, in that case, and in any case, I would say you have to learn to be your own coach. Even if you can hire an external coach, another third party, I think it's very important for you to work with your own self. So, I'm just going to give you a few pointers, a few guidance, a little bit of guidance about how you can work with your own self. So, first and foremost, I want to expose the challenges, the limitations that people go through when they are trying to get coaching. Now, everybody focuses only on one side. Now, last time we spoke about the yin and yang symbol, that there is darkness, there is light, right? There is the yin, there is yang, there is the feminine, there is masculine. So we have to work with the whole self, not just with half of myself. So now, if I want a particular desire, like, I have the desire to, let's say, manifest $1 million. I have the desire to manifest a wonderful, loving relationship. So let's say right hand is calling in. This is what I want. I'm pulling this towards me. This is what I want to invite into my life. But people don't realize, why am I not being able to manifest everything that I want? Because there is the other hand, which is pushing the very things I want away from me. And what is this hand? This hand is my own low self-worth. This hand is saying that there is resistance within me. Why? Because some things happened in my childhood that made me feel that I'm not worthy. That made me feel that I don't have the right to have the kind of dreams that I actually already have. This hand is pushing away because somehow people who I was raised by, or the culture that I grew up in, made me feel that I am not enough. So there are so many things that are pushing the very things. Now, if you want to create a successful podcast and you want to have 1 million followers, somehow there is a part of you that makes you feel that I'm not worthy of being visible. My voice is not worthy of being heard. I should shut up, because I'm not good enough. So these are all the reasons why I'm pushing things away. So here there are two things happening. I'm pulling things that I really, really want closer towards me. And there is a part of me that is pushing things away that I want to pull closer towards me. Now, this part is the part that is conscious. And this is the part that is coming from the subconscious, that is coming from the unconscious, that is coming from our shadow side. Now, Carl Jung, the great psychoanalyst, he said, we don't become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the unconscious conscious. We don't become conscious by enlightened, awakened, by imagining figures of light, but by making the unconscious conscious. Now, again, think of this yin and yang symbol. This is my whole self. And this center line is dividing my conscious self, that is the part of me that is above the earth, that is visible to everyone, that is visible to myself. I'm aware of these parts of myself. And then the underneath part is the part of myself that I'm not aware of. In my childhood, I was told that anger is bad, so I put it underneath the carpet. I was told that I should not, scream so much when I was a little kid. I wanted to scream and play. So put my voice underneath. So a lot of times, along with our dark sides, along with our shadow side, along with the shame, the guilt, the anger, the fear, the sadness, I also put some of my greatest gifts underneath. I put my confidence underneath. Why? Because if I am thought that I am not enough, then I put my confidence underneath. If I am thought that I should, not express myself so much, I am a bit too much, then I also put all my gifts, my self-expression underneath the carpet. So I'm pushing the very things away that I want to bring closer to me. Now, if I am not conscious enough on my spiritual journey, then maybe the conscious part of me is maybe 10%. And maybe the shadow side, the unconscious part of me is 90%, meaning 90% I am operating in the world from my shadow side, from this Miss Nice girl who has to please people all the time. Okay. Oh, you want me to give my power away to you? Okay, no problem. Take my power away. Oh, you want me to play small so that you don't feel uncomfortable? Okay. I will comfortably keep playing small. Okay, no problem. I'll keep you comfortable, right? So this part, the part that is pushing my dreams away, gets stronger. than the part that is pulling the dreams closer towards me. So, the most important part, very often people ask me, I'm doing all the affirmations based on the desires list that I have made. I'm writing down all this list. Why am I still not being able to manifest? Because I am not working on the shadow side. I'm not working on becoming aware of how am I pushing things away? What unhealthy patterns do I have? So it's very important, first and foremost, to do shadow work, to understand in what way I'm pushing things away that are actually really the very dreams that I have. For instance, if I want to bring a amazing loving relationship where I am highly respected by my partner, but here's the problem. How am I pushing him away? Because I don't respect myself. If I don't respect myself, I am unconsciously giving message to every guy that I go out on a date with that I am not worthy of being respected. So even if he wants to respect me, he will not be attracted towards me, right? Because if he is the kind of guy who wants to respect his woman, and here he's meeting a date who is constantly unconsciously giving him messages that I am not worthy of being respected. So I am now pushing the very person away from me that I want to pull close towards me. So become aware. So if you can, make a list of all the unhealthy patterns that you have. In what way am I pushing what I truly desire away from me? What are my resistances? What are my internal, what is my internal dialogue? Become aware of your own internal dialogue. How do I talk to myself? Is that voice that is there inside of me, is it telling me that your voice
Uh,
is worthy of
can
being
you
heard by the
repeat that?
world?
Can you repeat the last sentence?
um, in what way? So make a list of all the things, all the ways in which you are pushing the very things away from you that you want to pull closer towards you. If I have an inner voice that is telling me that I am not worthy, then I'm going to act in ways that I am not worthy. So what is your inner voice telling you all through the day? Become aware of this inner voice. If I want to be a successful podcast leader, but if there is a voice inside of me that is constantly telling me that your voice does not deserve to be heard, then I'm going to act in that way. So become aware of your own inner voice. And then, in order to shift that inner voice, some of the tools that you can use is you can write love letters to yourself, which means you are going to start shifting that inner voice that is telling you that you're not worthy to validating yourself, appreciating yourself. So you are going to shift this inner voice that is pulling you down so that it starts raising you up. So this is going to be the most important part. So here you are first taking care of how you are pushing things away. Now, once you have stopped pushing the very things away that you want to pull towards you, then you can start calling them towards you. So here you are doing the yin and the yang. The yin is the feminine side. The feminine side is going to give you validation. It is going to give you empathy. It is going to look at the childhood traumas that you had, because of which you are not attracting and manifesting what you truly deserve. If I had a mother who constantly acted like a doormat, who acted disempowered, then I'm not going to be able to be empowered enough to manifest what I want, right? So this is going to be the feminine side. Then the feminine side, the yin side, is also magnetic side. The feminine energy magnetizes. How does it magnetize? I don't chase what I want. I shine my light. I don't chase the man that I desire. I stand up in my power and I respect myself and I love myself so that that kind of man is naturally magnetized, drawn towards me. This is the feminine way. Then we will focus also on the masculine side. The masculine side says, have a goal, focus on your goal, be disciplined, wake up at 5 in the morning, sleep at 9 o'clock at night, have this particular conscious lifestyle. Okay, take charge of yourself, do these positive affirmations, do these daily practices. So for that, I will say this is our primary way that we coach, right? Most coaches do only this side, the masculine side. So last time I had mentioned a little bit about the feminine energy and the masculine energy. So once you have taken care of the feminine energy, doing the shadow work, becoming aware of the resistances, then you start feeding the light. The light is discipline. So I would say have a very clear goal and then work with discipline towards that goal. Now, in order to work with goals, I would say first and foremost, you take your book and you write down, start making different segments. First, you make a segment of your uh, personal self, right? The body. How, what shifts do you want in your own body? So here you will write what fitness level, what is your goal. First and foremost, if you want, you can write down either 5 years goal or 3 years goal. Okay. So first you will write personal and body. Second, you will write finance. What is your financial goals? Third, you will write work and purpose. So here you can write down, maybe I can write, I want to lead at least 12 more retreats in this year in my work section. In my finance, I might write, I want to earn at least 500,000 rupees per month. I'm saying 500,000 because of the international community, right? So maybe that is my goal. Maybe earning $5,000 or $10,000 per month is my goal. That will come under finance. Then love and romance, right? The next one, sorry, there's something written here, but the next page you can write love and romance. Love and romance, you don't just write and relationships. So here you can write about your self-love. What is your goal with your self-love? What is your goal with magnetizing, attracting that love relationship? And what is your goals with all your current relationships? What difference do you wish to make in your current relationship? On the next page, you can write down philanthropy, what philanthropic work you want to do this year. And then you can write down self-growth, personality development, self-growth, spiritual transformation that you want to see in your life. So first you write down 5-year or 3-year goals. Then you cut it down to 1-year goal. If I want to achieve this in 3 years, if I want to give maybe a TED talk in 3 years, or if I want to have 5 books written down in 3 years, or if I want to be, let's say, even I want to be retired maybe in 3 years or 5 years. So then I will cut it down into, if I want to achieve this in 5 years, then what do I need to achieve in 1 year? If I want to be married in 3 years, then I need to be in a relationship in 1 year. Yeah. So you will cut it down. And then from 1 year, you will cut it down to 6 months. From 6 months, you will cut it down to 1 month. And then you shorten it. Okay, what do I need to do in this week in order to achieve that in 1 month, in order to achieve that in 1 year? So then you will start looking at your weekly goals on a regular basis, daily basis. And then every morning, I will write down 3 things that I need to do today in order to achieve that 1 week goal that I have in front of me. The 1 week goal needs to be in front of you somewhere. And then you will write down, this morning I will write down what 3 things I need to do today, and then night time I will tick mark, I did this. I'm just saying 3 things, but then you can have more. I would say at least put minimum 3 things. And then next thing I want to say is that if you want to coach yourself, then you have to master the day. If you want to master your life, if you want to master this year, if you want to master the next 5 years, then master the day. What can I, what must I do within a day, each and every day? So for this, I think you also wanted to ask me, what can I do for my own self-healing journey? So I will say there are these 10 things you can do every day. Yeah, and it can be very good part of your self-coaching. So I would say the 3 things that I need to get done today itself. So these will be different list every single day of 3 things. And then there are some things you can do each and every day. Like, what time am I going to go to sleep? I would suggest 9, 9:30 or 10 p.m. Why? Because between 10 p.m. to 3 a.m. is the peak of your healing, your self-healing, your self-repairing, whatever processes go on within you, within your body, within your nervous system, and everything is at its peak between 10 p.m. to 3 a.m. So it's very important. And around 3 a.m. to 6 a.m., it's a beautiful time to do meditation, to do self-healing practices, to do practices to connect with the cosmos, with the universe. So I would suggest waking up very early in the morning. If you can do it at 5 in the morning, that's great. You can start with some kind of spiritual practice. For you, if it is prayers, you do your prayers as soon as you wake up. Still keep your eyes closed. First and foremost, do your prayers, any mantra or any kind of chanting that you feel like doing. Then put your hands on your heart chakra and have a soft loving smile on your face, and then have an intention for the day. What is my intention for the day? Based on the intention, have an affirmation for today. If my intention today is that I am going to be action oriented to uh, bring success in my coaching practice. Okay, so I will create 1 or 2 affirmations that I am an action oriented goddess of empowerment today. I am moving towards my purpose of having a successful coaching business by being an action oriented queen, right? Something that brings you closer towards your goals, closer towards your dream, to master the day. It can just be like, today I am choosing to live in bliss and to live in peace and to be non reactive. Today I choose to be present in every moment. Today I choose to consciously connect with nature and learn from nature. So it can be something very simple, something very blissful. Then, if you want, you can do some kind of, I like to take a shower first. So it brings me, makes me fresh and present. And then, if you
Is it a
feel like
cold
a
shower?
beautiful,
Cold
yes,
shower.
cold shower in the morning
Yes.
can really activate your inner masculine. Yeah. So if you want to get, like, ready to charge for the day, and if you want to activate your inner masculine fire, then I would say start with the cold shower. I fully agree with you. And then look in front of the mirror and just talk to yourself in the mirror just for a few seconds, saying something like, again, say your affirmation, or I believe in you, I know that you are enough. In fact, write on a piece of paper, I am enough, and put beautiful colorful design around it and stick it next to your mirror, so that as soon as you finish your shower and you look into the mirror to talk to yourself, you can have that reminder that I am enough. and say I love you to yourself. So that can be a beautiful connection, self connection. So after you've connected with yourself like this through your prayers, and if you want to bring a feminine practice also, when you are laying down in the bed, you can also bring a loving soft touch to also activate and awaken your body and talk to your body in loving ways. you know Thank you, my body, for being a channel of healing in this birth. Thank you for being my best friend. Thank you for giving me signs and signals to be aware, to be more present, to connect with the divine. So this can be a good feminine practice. So then the cold shower is a very good masculine practice. I like to work with the feminine and the masculine.
Oh, and what
Then
about this? The
yes.
rubbing your palms and eyes?
Yes. So what when I like to first start with exercise. I start with a little bit of dancing in front of the mirror. That makes me really feel good and come in my power. And it also brings a lot of joy in my heart. I like to connect with my heart at the beginning of the day. So bring something like, do something that will bring you joy. And so I would say a little bit of dancing and then a little bit of shaking. A lot of animals, they shake their bodies because it helps them release their traumas. Whenever they go through any kind of trauma, immediately they start shaking their body. So body shaking can be a part of your exercise. So then doing some kind of exercise, yoga, and then I sit to do my pranayam, breath work, doing some kind of breath work, pranayam or Wim Hof breath work. There is Wim Hof breath work guided on YouTube. You can do that. And then end of that, I do this, rubbing the palms and bringing energy to your eyes. So this is the way I like to start my day. And then after all doing all this, I would like to write down the three things that I'm going to do today. Then I like to take my supplements. Very important these days to have some kind of healthy plant-based, food-based, organic supplements. Then if you want to do one more practice for the feminine, because I said that very often we are pushing the very things away from us that we want to call closer towards ourselves. Because there is resistances in us, there is some unhealthy patterns that we have inherited from our ancestors, from our parents. Maybe my parents have scarcity consciousness in them, and I want to move towards abundance. So I want to shift my beliefs and my thoughts. So for that, one of the most beautiful practices you can do is emotional freedom technique. So you're tapping on these different parts of your body, which are like kind of you have this meridians going through your body, like in Chinese acupuncture also they show us all these meridians. So you are first releasing what is no longer serving you, and you are giving love to yourself. So maybe I will say, even though there is a part of me that does not believe that I am worthy of abundance, I still deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though there is a part of me that is rejecting myself, I still deeply and completely love and respect myself. So these kind of things. And then you will start, this is owning. First, I'm owning my shadow, that yes, I agree that there is a part of me that is feeling low self-worth, but I still love and accept myself. So I'm bringing myself from my shadow into my light. I love myself. There is a part of me that is always going to love myself. And then I started going into the affirmations that, I know deep down, I know that I'm truly worthy of attracting this abundance that I want. Then you start going more and more into the affirmations. And then there are a lot of YouTube videos that are showing how to do the affirmations, these kind of EFT affirmations on different topics. So you choose your topic for low self-worth, for financial abundance, for attracting the love that you want, for attracting the leads that you want to attract for your coaching business. So do we have 5 more minutes?
Yes, we do. Yes.
Okay. So I like to start also my day with lemon water, warm lemon water. I also put a few different herbs and spices in it, like fennel seeds, cumin seeds, coriander seeds. And yeah, there are one or two things, caraway seeds, which is called ajwain. I boil it in water and then I have it
Uh,
lukewarm, lemon.
Wine is carom seeds.
Yeah, carom seeds.
Carom,
Uh,
carom. Yeah.
carom seeds. Yeah, carom seeds. Thank you. That is ajwain. And then add lemon to it. I also add black salt. So however you want, but have warm water with lemon. That'll be great. Overall lifestyle, I feel like for diet, moving towards a vegan diet and having a lot of raw food in your diet, organic ideally, is, if you can afford it, that will be great. And doing some kind of practice every day, if you know that you are carrying a lot of trauma, then working on healing your inner child, um, working on showing empathy to yourself through writing love letter to yourself, sitting in front of the mirror talking to your inner child, all these practices can also be a part of your daily lifestyle until you start healing your traumas and you feel like there is less reactivity. The more reactivity that is there in you, the more you get triggered easily, the less you are able to do your daily functions in a disciplined way. It means that you are carrying a lot of trauma. So very often for you to heal the traumas through all those feminine practices is very important. If you are working on healing some kind of illness or something, and even if you're not, I would say doing detoxes twice a year at least is very important. You can do a 2 week detox, you can do a 5 day detox, 3 days detox. Ideally, from someone like me, I've been through chronic illnesses most of my life. I like to do even a month detox. I do very long detoxes. Then I already mentioned exercise, yoga, breath work needs to be very important part of your daily routine. Reading at least one page. I like to embrace mini habits. There is a book called Mini Habits or Atomic Habits. Embracing this is very important, because if you want to do some big change in your life, you want to bring some big change, bringing changes is very hard. So I say start with mini habits. I'm doing my workout these days, workout plus breath work these days for 1.5 hours. But how did I start? I started with doing one push-up, one stomach crunch, one shoulder stand in yoga. That's it. It just took me 1 minute. So I made a commitment to 1 minute, and slowly that 1 minute started increasing to 1 hour. So it's very important to begin small so that you can become disciplined. Becoming disciplined and doing things daily is very important. So you can say, I'm going to read only one sentence from a book every day or one paragraph, right? Nobody can say that I didn't have a chance, I didn't have time to read one sentence. Everybody has time to read one sentence. But what happens when you read one sentence? You feel you have few more minutes to read a few more sentences, and then you start reading more and more. Then love letter to yourself, I've already mentioned. And then at night before going to sleep, put your headphones on. No screen, don't look at the screen, but just put your headphones on. Play a yog nidra, 1 hour yog nidra if you have the time. Maybe if you are planning to sleep at 10 p.m., from 9 to 10 p.m., you can have 1 hour of yog nidra, which is going to do guided meditation to heal, to relax yourself from the top to the bottom. And then you turn your cell phone off and go to sleep. That can be a very beautiful practice to end your day with, and also have a visualization of what you want to manifest. And if you want, you can say it out loud, what you want to manifest, either with sentences like I am already manifesting it, or I am ready to manifest this, or I am worthy of manifesting this, or um, third eye manifestation is I know that I am worthy of financial abundance. I know that my true love is coming closer and closer to me each day. I know that I am moving towards earning 3 lakh rupees per month. I know. So that is the third eye affirmations. So yeah, this can be a beautiful self-coaching practice for yourself. And if I'm offering 30 minutes free coaching session. So if any of you who is listening, you feel like you need an external guidance as well, an external coach as well, if you're not sure if it's the right path for you, then you can just try 30 minutes free coaching session and see what gifts it can bring to you. I like to look at your astrological chart, Western astrological chart, before I do your reading, because it helps me look at some important themes in your life, and it shows what your purpose is, especially with your North Node and your Venus and your Mars. It really reflects your purpose. So, yeah, if you are curious about it, then send me a message. I will be giving my information to you, Krish, and you can just share the information. So, if any of them, and even if you don't want to sign up for a coaching session, if there is any challenge going on in your life, and if you have a question, you can send me a question, and I'll be happy to make a YouTube video about that or an Instagram video about that.
Thank you, Arya. Those were really insightful healing practices. I think you do maintain a really good balance between the masculine and the feminine side so that uh, life can be much more balanced and we can move at a faster speed with minimal resistance when
Yes.
when the whole thing is balanced.
Yes, you are coming into your wholeness,
Yes,
and you move more rapidly towards your goals and towards your dreams, because you become aware of what is holding you back,
yes,
and also you realize what must I say no to in order to say yes to what I want.
yes. Thank you.